Sometimes the ones we care about the most can become the reason we lose others. When trust is broken, it leaves a deep mark not just on our hearts, but on the connections we've fought so hard to build. I didn't expect that the one person I trusted most would be the one to make me lose the very friends who made me feel whole. The pain of betrayal is not just in the act, but in the quiet aftermath. The hardest part about losing friends because of someone else is realizing that the trust we gave was so easily shattered, leaving us to pick up the pieces of both love and loss. Every time you made a decision that affected me, I didn't just lose a part of myself, but a part of the people I thought would always be by my side. When someone you love changes the course of your life, it's not just about what they did, but how it changes the way others view you and how you begin to question your worth. Sometimes the people who leave us are not the ones who made the decision to walk away, but the ones who were indirectly pulled away by someone we chose to trust. The silence between us speaks louder than the words we once shared. As I try to navigate through the mess you've left behind with those I thought would always stand beside me. I gave you my heart, but in return, I lost pieces of my soul to the friends who chose to walk away, unsure if they'd ever come back. Friendship isn't just about shared laughter, it's about shared trust. When that trust is broken, even the closest bonds can unravel before our eyes. It's not just the friends that walked away. It's the feeling of being abandoned by a world you thought understood you. You may not have meant to hurt me, but the chain reaction of lost friendships proves that sometimes our actions affect more than just the person we intend to hurt. What happens when the people you thought were your greatest support system leave because of someone else's decisions? You learn to survive in solitude and find your strength again. You taught me a painful lesson, but the hardest part was watching the people who mattered most drift away as if their hearts broke with mine. I wish I could tell you that losing friends because of you didn't hurt. But truth be told, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to face. The void left behind by those who left is not just a loss of companionship, but a reminder of the choices that led us to this point. I didn't just lose friends, I lost a sense of trust, a piece of my confidence, and the comfort of knowing that I was never alone. Each goodbye was harder than the last, and with every friend that walked away, I realized how much your actions had changed everything I believed in. You never intended to create such chaos, but here I am, looking at empty spaces where friendships once stood strong, wondering if they will ever return. It's amazing how quickly people can leave when they think you're no longer who they believed you to be. What hurts the most is that I'm not sure I know who I am anymore either. I once thought that love and trust could fix anything, but as I sit here, reflecting on the friendships that slipped away, I realize that some things are just too broken to heal. It's funny how the people who promise to be there for you can disappear when things get hard, leaving behind only memories of better days. The space between us has become so vast that even the people I cherished the most feel like strangers. Sometimes I wonder if they were ever really mine to keep. Trust is fragile, and once it's broken, it's not just your relationship that suffers. It's every connection you thought was secure. Losing friends feels like losing a part of your identity. When they leave, it's not just the friendship that goes. It's the piece of yourself that you shared with them. When you hurt the ones you love, you don't just break hearts. You destroy the very foundation of the connections that held you up. I've learned the hard way that actions speak louder than words. The friends who walked away didn't just leave, they took a part of me with them. It's strange, isn't it? How one person's decisions can alter the entire course of your life, leaving you to wonder if you'll ever find your way back. I thought I knew what loyalty looked like until I found myself surrounded by empty spaces where friends once stood strong, questioning everything I thought was true. When you lose friends because of someone else's actions, it feels like you're mourning two things at once: the loss of the friendship and the trust you once had in yourself. It's hard to explain to someone who hasn't experienced it. The slow, painful process of watching people you care about fade away simply because of something you couldn't control.